Replaying message.
Brr, it's so cold. It's supposed to snow later tonight, so be careful coming home, okay? I guess you've probably taken off by now. Let me know when you land. Yuri can't wait to see his daddy. Well, I'll see you soon. I love you.
Hey friends, it's your boy. Hot off the heels of Death Stranding, here we are checking out Left Alive. Oh. Yeah, I don't have a 4K TV, so we're gonna keep it on stability mode. The sound mode is gonna be... They don't have headphones? Then I guess we'll do TV. Weird. Alright. Didn't really have to change too many options. It said set to invert because I'm weird. So, apparently this game was really tough when it came out. We'll keep it on standard and see what it's like. This game's basically been called a Metal Gear Solid ripoff. And people say that both because of the gameplay and the fact that Yoji Shinkawa did the cover artwork for it, which is fucking gorgeous. I love Yoji Shinkawa's artwork.
The dawn of the 21st
We'll see how this game is.
saw the world's powers shift away from the traditional state structure in favor of economic blocs. Full-blown wars became things of the past, though proxy wars stubbornly persisted. Such conflicts gave rise to Wanzers, bipedal weaponry capable of fighting across all types of terrain.
It actually is part of the Front Mission series,
revolutionary machines, however,
but it's apparently such a
spawned
deviation
new disputes.
that it is more of a Metal Gear ripoff than it is a Front
For
Mission
all its
continuation.
efforts to forge a better world,
It's what I've read,
humanity
at least. I
had
don't
learned
know. We'll see.
December 2127. The Republic of Garmonia, located near the Black Sea, abruptly declared war on its neighbor, the Republic of Ruthenia, when it invaded the border city wedged between the two countries, Novoslava. The sudden attack overwhelmed the Ruthenia Army Defense Forces, and it seemed the battle was over in the blink of an eye. And yet, for those bloodied but unbowed survivors caught in the ensuing chaos, the fight was only just beginning.
I will say that this game was so panned universally that the price of it plummeted almost immediately after release. And Square Enix has actually put out a patch to, weird. This is just a loading screen. I don't know why that's blocked. Dude, that would be awful if it stays blocked. I've had games do this before. Sometimes they'll only do it for the loading screen. It just shows a character and a little bit of the story. For if it will let me read it out loud. Staff Sergeant Mikhail Alexandrovich Shuvalov. Yeah, Persona 5. I love Persona 5, but it's garbage it does that. A newly recruited Wanzer pilot attached to the Ruthenia Army's 2nd Mobile Platoon. His unit was deployed to defend Novoslava City when the neighboring country of Garmonia attacked, but they were soon obliterated. Mikhail barely managed to escape from his severely damaged mech. Desperate to survive, Mikhail sets out alone in the city, where an untold number of enemies are beginning to hunt down those left alive. Honestly, I would like to get an Elgato. I actually do have an Elgato, but it's not an HD model. I may not be able to stream this game. It's still not up, and I'm like actually in the gameplay now. That's crazy. I did this with Persona. I'm gonna end up deleting this video. That's awful. Like Yakuza will put up a block during the last like story chapter, but I wonder if they did this so people can see how bad it was. Oh no, it's cutscenes, so you can't see cutscenes, but you can see gameplay.
Whoa.
Oh god! I don't know how to play! Woo! What a rough escape! Oh boy! Oh man, this aiming feels so jank. Oh. Oh god, I thought I killed everybody. Whew. Okay, that's how you crouch. They didn't. There's no tutorial, and they immediately put you in a scenario where there's dudes shooting at you. Ah, what an awful game. Okay, so that's how you melee. Let's actually see if we can. I hope this doesn't like block out the thing. It'll actually go to the settings menu. So L1 does gadgets, L2 is ready weapon, R2 is to attack, R1 is running, sprinting, changing camera position. You have a flashlight, magical gat, projectile, traps, changing weapons, interacting, climbing, taking cover and dodging. That would have been helpful. Crouch, that's what I was trying to figure out. Scope, zoom. Okay. Ooh. So let's proceed. God, that camera. Hold up. Rarely do I feel the need to like turn down the sensitivity, but it's a little too slow. Feels a little better. Oh, now I get a tutorial. Vodka? Oh, you can make a Molotov cocktail. You have to hold X to get through the menus. Oakley dokley. Raises your max health by 1%. Oh boy. Oh, so there's like kind of a network or something with this. Crazy, the thing just bursts through the alley. It's like, what up? Wow, that's a leap. Oh man. Alright, we're in another block scene. So I'll have to describe every cutscene as we're in it. So he comes out of the alley and there's some dudes. They've got civilians captured. They're probably about to execute them. Oh yeah, they just executed the shit out of them. They're breaking the rules, Chief. Monsters. There are at least 4 enemies over there. There's a giant ass mech over there patrolling. Yeah, oh my god, I know, right? It's like, man, he looks like he has to shit so bad. Are you gonna stay or are you gonna move? I was thinking, okay, well maybe like I've got like a sneak attack where I can like do a stealth takedown or something. No. No, you just you slap him in the back of the head. Oh my god, there's 61 tips. I'm shooting through some of these. Okay, you can slide. Even the tip for melee says it doesn't do much damage. There's no like sneak attack, which is weird for a game like this. I'm used to playing, I guess, Uncharted, where you can like sneak up behind somebody, you can press square and he'll like choke them out. Mom. That was entertaining. I didn't even care that I died or that those melees did no damage. This is a game that I need alcohol to play. Ah! So that guy was never going to turn around, but maybe he didn't need to. Look at how low res that thing is. Oh my god. There, that is a little bit more usable while I'm not up against the wall, but man oh man.
Enemy combatant!
That was Nolan North.
Freaking hurts!
Oh god. Oh my god! I'm fucking... That mix! Whoa! The mix started ruining my shit! Oh, man! Like, I was doing, like, kinda okay with blocking and stuff, but, big hell no to that. Mech turned around and fired bullets the size of my body at me. Oh, man. That's... I enjoy this game because of how bad it is. If I have to give it credit. Oh boy, we gotta search for credit. No, if I have to give it credit, they really wanted to sell that whole idea of you are not in a situation where you have the advantage at all. And they want to make sure that you know that at all times. All I can say is yoink Scoob. Oh god. Yeah, they really did. You're absolutely right. I don't know if that just means they're kind of like alerted on me. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Doesn't I have like a map? Oh, I do. And it looks like I sure as hell passed up. I can't move. This guy is the worst. The worst at sneaking. I swear to God. He caught on fire, screamed, and the dudes turned around and shot him to death anyway. Oh my god, what an amazing, wonderful game. I am shook. I did not realize I had such a gem on my hand. I love games like this. It's not to say I'm going to love it forever. I could easily see myself hating this. But Man, oh man. What a ride. Try to get through this a little bit more efficiently.
Enemy combatant!
God damn it.
This freaking hurts! Damn it.
Whew. I don't even know where exactly I'm supposed to go because, like, the way that it looks on my map doesn't really reflect like how the scene is, because it doesn't account for those cars. Like, I'm heading out the street and I'm sneaking. Well, it says that there's an underground entrance exit. I bet you pop up over there. Let's look for that before we start goofing with dudes. Oh man, such an opportunity to make like a fun little like stealth game. Boy, they messed the shit out of that up. Just loot everything. I know I'm not really like using all my tools or anything, but like this is the like second section of the first level, if there is even levels. So it said let's double check the map. I mean, I'm not nearly over as far as I thought I was. That's problem number one. So with that in mind, I can't get to this section. I've got to find a way across here. Why can't I just crawl under the truck? Said Mr. Metal Gear Man. There's no way to like sneak under. Pretty solid wall. I wonder. Let's maybe take a look. I wonder if I can walk over that rubble. The answer is no. You cannot. He's back in position. It says there's a survivor in the alley in front of me. Son of a bitch.
You got left behind too, huh? What's your unit? Oh, great. A rookie wants her pilot. You'll end up with more holes than Swiss cheese with that gear. Here, take this. Take care of yourself out there, all right? We're gonna get out of this hell just fine. I'll see you around, rookie.
One down. Let's keep looking around here. Orders are to exterminate every last Ruthenian rat we find. We have to be thorough.
Roger that.
Oh boy, they're coming.
Device rebooted. Please enter your authentication code.
My comms are back up. Authentication code, XBR786509. Ruthenia Army 2nd Mobile Platoon, Staff Sergeant Mikhail Shivalov. Koshka, please report. What happened to us?
Voice print verified. Code confirmed. I am glad you are safe, Staff Sergeant Shivalov. The invading Garmonian troops have advanced to the heart of the city. Novoslava City's defense forces are retreating from all quarters.
What am I supposed to do?
It is too dangerous here. Find somewhere safe and then secure some equipment.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How am I supposed to do that?
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Why wouldn't you take all?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
There's at least 3.
Who's there?
Lit. Wait for the music to die down, I guess. They're over to my left.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
They're probably about to leave.
Caution. The
Yeah,
enemy is
because
approaching.
now the marker's showing up. I'm in the central position. It was only... Oh, that shadow fucked with me. Kind of interesting, they can spot you, like, when you're hiding in cover, I guess when you're peeking out.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Empty can, solid.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Who's there?
Nope.
Reloading!
I don't want to die yet.
So I think I'm definitely going to have to rely on gadgets a lot more than I want to. I think it's silly that they blocked the loading screens. I understand kind of the cutscenes.
Device rebooted. Please enter your authentication code.
My comms are back up. Authentication code XBR 786509. Ruthenia Army 2nd Mobile Platoon, Staff Sergeant Mikhail Shuvalov. Koshka, please report. What happened to us?
Voice print verified. Code confirmed. I am glad you are safe, Staff Sergeant Shuvalov. The invading Garmonian troops have advanced to the heart of the city. Novoslava City's defense forces are retreating from all quarters.
What am I supposed to do?
It is too dangerous here. Find somewhere safe and then secure some equipment.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How am I supposed to do that?
Welcome to Brooklyn, bitch. Okay, so there's not like a quick save that I can do. I don't think. Oh, you can check out all sorts of stuff about this dude. That's the image they show on the loading screen. So, he's inexperienced, he's a pretty decent pilot. He has no friends and he's a loser. And there's so much like lore and stuff, which sounds great. There's a lot of the same tips from the From the loading screens.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Who are you?
Like, I'm gonna be the guy that wants to get through every scenario without fighting. Especially with how bad it is, that's a deterrent for killing people and stuff. Also, it kind of... Hey, buddy. It's like his arm is doing the stanky leg. Alright. What? Hold up. Hold up and wait a minute.
Mikhail, I've detected a survivor from the 2nd Mobile Platoon. Transferring to your device. Sergeant Major Alexander Ogienko seems to be wounded.
Damn it, what's that old man doing?
Did this just go open world on me? A little bit. We've got options. We had options. Just kidding, there's only one way forward. Where'd those guys come from? They were not here earlier.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Yeah. This is a game I think may be more fun to like put on easy. I see where the difficulty came from and why people would have asked them to lower it. This game is very unfair to you. Does not give a fuck about your feelings.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Technically, I'm approaching, but you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you, Russian robot lady.
Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching.
It's crazy that my autosave is at only 12 minutes. And I used the shit out of that thing. Oh, that just sorts it all out.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Shut up, enemy. That sounded grody as fuck. It almost feels like they were also influenced by stuff like PUBG. Like, yeah, you can get body armor and stuff in Metal Gear, but it's never really been that useful.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh shit, there they are. I see why they have a either take all or pick what you want, because everything does have a weight to it. That makes sense. So let's see. Those metal pipes are pretty heavy, but I can hold about 3,000 units. Not bad.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh no. Fire bad.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, I think they are.
The enemy is approaching. Caution. 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 The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, ammo's so limited that that's not really a viable strategy, what I just did. Like, the first part of it was pretty cool, but The follow-up was pretty garbo.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
The enemy. Enemy shmenemy.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Hey, I wonder what this here can is.
What the?
Shit.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Says he's ahead of me.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution.
Oh, oh man. This feels cheap. Throw a cannon and just fucking go Brooklyn upside their head. The explosive cans are good. I should maybe be a little less like liberal with using them, but they're good. Ah, yes, they didn't think to check up the ladder. We even get a cutscene for this one. So he's still alive. So I was finishing a piece of pizza. Oh, fun. Hell yeah, we're gonna hop in this robot.
This is what I was born to do.
Full status check. Legs are badly damaged and unable to function.
What about the weapons? Tell me I can use those at least.
Shoulder weapons returning an error. Only the right-hand weapon is functional.
Now this I'm all about. So basically you talk to the commander and he's like, yeah, we fucked up. And Mikhail's like, I can't believe it came to war. And his commander's like, are you stupid? We're soldiers. Of course it came to war.
Control systems established. Shoulder weapons now functional.
Roger that. These guys are going down.
Oh shit, I do not have infinite ammo. I've been spraying and praying. Oh, and he gives you an option. Like, he tells you basically you have two objectives: survive and save the civilians.
Enemy reinforcements approaching. No signs of the enemy remaining. It would be dangerous to continue fighting in this state. I advise abandoning this mech and moving to a safer locale.
Roger that. This thing did good, considering it's pretty much a hunk of scrap metal now. I hope the old man's still hanging in
He's
there.
probably dead. Well, Mikhail, you did it. Time for me to die. But yeah, like, he saw the enemies coming, he's like, go get that mech, and Mikhail's like, hey. That's what led us there. It's gonna suck him to narrate every cutscene. So he's still alive. He's like, you're cocky, just use the arms. So the commander's like, alright, there's survivors, you need to go get them. And I asked him what he's going to do. And he was like, what are you going to do? I'm going to smoke. And he gave me the option to give him a first aid kit. Oh, then some dude shows up. Well, thanks for the tip, Mr. Obvious. So he's like, one misstep and you're gonna die. And he's got a gun pointed at me. Alright, so the commander got shot by this douchebag that showed up, but then he got called away, so he didn't shoot me or anything. And we're getting the title screen. Or the left alive. Okay, it gives me an after mission report. Apparently you can save the commander if you don't talk like an asshole, which I did. So now I'm going to be playing as Olga Sergeyevna Kalinina, captain of the Novoslava City Police. She used to be a Garmonian soldier until something happened that led to her discharge. Once Novoslava became part of Ruthenia, she became a citizen of the country and a police officer. Her investigation into a rash of missing persons cases in the city has brought her to the outlying slums in search of a person of interest. Several hours before fighting has erupted in Garmonia. So I guess this is before everything's blown to shit. She's basically like, yo, I found this doctor. It might be tied to all these people leaving. And her captain's like, why are you leaving without backup? Apparently, the Garmonian troops are already stationed because there's some sort of skirmish or whatever. And, yeah, Olga doesn't buy it. So now we're back at the gameplay.
You there! Halt!
I'm with the police. Let me through.
You're telling me they sent you out here on your own? I guess the cops don't have enough people either. If you're serious about going down, I need to run your ID. Wait over there for a second.
Okay, I'm searching the area. How'd she get through this gate? I wonder. Also, I can't run. So I have a stun gun, I have a first aid kit, I do not have a flashlight, nor do I have traps. Oh. Got it. I'm not actually in yet. I'm still on the road heading in.
Hey, looks like we're all running on fumes, huh?
Hey, looks like we're all running on fumes, huh?
Hey, looks like we're all running on fumes, huh?
Hey, looks like we're all running on fumes, huh? This game's so cheesy. It could be so cool, and that's what hurts the most, I think.
You going into the slums? Today's probably not the best day for that.
Yes, she does.
I hear the Garmonian army's acting weird. War might break out at any second.
Hey, need someone to show you around, beautiful?
Hey, you need someone. That's Paul if he was a soldier. Just total disregard.
Huh. Yeah, they told me about you. Investigating something? Sorry, but you'll need to wait until the check goes through. Orders are orders.
We can't crouch, nor can we run. Hello, I am small homeless child. You can see him just for a second there. I think it's a small girl. So you see a small girl, and we've got a small toy that we're using to bribe a child. So she finds out this little girl knows the doctor by asking, but then the alarm goes off. And a bunch of, like, military helicopters carrying mechs start bombing the shit out of the slums. Alright. The official one is, Olga arrived in the slums to continue her investigation, but found her way barred by the Ruthenia army. As she waited for authorization to go into the area, she spotted a young girl crouched in the shadows near the gate. In the middle of their conversation, the Garmonia army launched a sudden assault. Olga used her own body to shield the girl from the blast and was knocked unconscious. With her stank walk. This game could be so good. Just because, like, it's a cool setting. But, like, boy, I don't know. It would probably be a lot more fun to play on, like, very easy. But we're gonna stick to normal until I, like, rage quit. So, we wake up. It looks like all the bombing shit's over with already. The small toy that I gave the girl is lying by my feet, but I don't know where the girl's at. There's troops running through the slums, armed. They're Garmonian soldiers. And I think she just jacked somebody's assault rifle who's dead.
This is Captain Olga Kalanina of the Novoslava City Police. Unknown forces are attacking the slums. If anyone's listening, please respond.
Now we've got the full range.
This is the Ruthenia Army Operation Support System. The government has declared a nationwide state of emergency. Please find somewhere safe to take refuge immediately.
I'm a police officer. That means I have an obligation to protect the people. I'm requesting the Army's cooperation.
This request falls under Acceptive Clause Paragraph 16, Item 2. Voice print data inquiry complete. The petitioner is Captain Olga Kalanina of the Novoslava City Police. Would you care to hear instructions for how to use this device, Captain?
No need. What's the situation?
Approximately 2 hours ago, the Garmonia Army launched an invasion of Novoslava. It is admirable that you wish to carry out your duty, but please prioritize your own safety.
That's sweet of you. Do you have a name?
I am Koshka, Captain.
Koshka.
Just Olga is fine. I'm in your hands, Koshka.
Interesting. Interesting that colorless is not the safest. Oh, that's what the heat map is. I was wondering, like, what the heat map was supposed to represent.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I can't administer the law without a pipe.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I think that's gonna end that little
Caution.
run.
The enemy is approaching.
God, you could launch war if you get in one of those mechs. Like that one, and then just start firing into the slums. You can take out a lot. So a lot of people tend to die like in this first area until they really get going. Who was the developer on this one? That was published by Square Enix. Ah, my crowbar. Now we can have real war. Oh, Ilix. Yeah, I've never heard of that dev before. So drones are gonna be a pain in the ass. It's busy as hell over there.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
So this works out. Oh, we are right next to a really tough area, but there's also a save point and item box there.
There is a shelter in this vicinity. I advise you take refuge there.
Like the ones the old government built. They're still standing?
According to records, they are still functional.
Alright then, sounds promising. Koshka, do a search of this area. I think there could be survivors here. I'll bring them to the shelter if we find any.
Please prioritize your own safety, Olga.
Have a look at my files. I'm ex-military, not some amateur. I know I can't stay here with things the way they are. I'm going to get out and meet up with the Ruthenian army. And I'll only rescue survivors if at all possible. You can't say no to that.
Survivors located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Thank you, Koshka.
Yeah. I mean, like, for, like, the throwaway characters, it's really bad. But for, like, the main cast, it's alright. I have no, like, major complaints about it. Actually, I have tons of handgun bullets.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I'm like doing the John Travolta like where face right now. Like, from where?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Is it that mech suit? Because it could easily be that mech suit. We're at just about an hour.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I do like, at least in this level, there's a much more open kind of design. So I can kind of pick and choose how I want to try to proceed through an area. Like for here, if I swing out and maybe try to get around, I can maybe head to that shelter up there.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
There's a mech suit staring
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
right at me. And there's a lot of trouble up there.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
What?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Hey, I think the enemy's approaching.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Enemy spotted.
Shit. That's kind of weird. They look around a lot before they like start heading somewhere, even if something else has their attention. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. course, there's somebody stationed up there. And somebody stationed there too. I'm curious. Oh, that definitely got his attention.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, that's where I have to hit anyways. I've been heading up the wrong way.
Caution. The enemy is
For
approaching.
no, like, immediate reason. Cool.
Caution. The
Well,
enemy is
let's
approaching.
maybe clear out. That issue, so that way when I come back through. Now that the levels have opened up, the game is a lot more manageable. Is it still difficult? Yeah. Yeah, it is, but it's manageable.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I wanted to close it while I was in there. And they were like, no.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Are you a cop? Please.
Please ignore this
I
lead
was just
pipe
getting
I'm
some money
carrying
from
around.
Gramps. I just came to pick up the money he owed me today. Come on, you gotta help me out. This stupid war broke out before I knew what was happening.
Who's Gramps?
Don't act like you don't know. You came here looking for old Lavrov, didn't you? Gramps asked me to find him girls, that's all. Young girls, as young as I could find, who wouldn't be too much trouble. So I brought him, you know, runaways, orphans. I got no clue what happened after I handed him over.
Disgusting. Where is he now? Lavrov.
We always made the exchange at the abandoned hospital on top of that hill. Come on, you gotta help me out.
Koshka, tell me how to get to that abandoned hospital. And find the closest shelter, too.
Understood. Transmitting coordinates now.
Head for the shelter, and don't let those soldiers see you.
Oh. Do you like escort quests with poorly programmed AI?
Civilian registered as subject of protection. Commencing guidance to
I
shelter.
hope you do. Now I'm glad I took that dude out. We just have to worry about the drone seeing us on the way out.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Now.
You're gonna get killed. Wow. So I can't remotely order, like, do orders? Oh my god, you're gonna die.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Don't move!
Yeah, I thought I saw a red laser light, so that's why I was a little hesitant. This sucks. Like, you have to go to the survivor and be like, hey,
now,
start running. I did find out that you do, it seems like you do more damage if you run and then swing. Yeah, I think it's so good. Hang out, Chief.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I'm approaching the enemy.
Caution. Close quarters weapon damaged.
Already?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
What enemy? Oh shit, a drone, I guess maybe came to investigate? So me going to a shelter is fucking pointless. Got it. Survivors go to shelters. I go into trouble.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. I have located civilians who failed to escape. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
No good shit over here whatsoever. Look at all those quests. Though admittedly I'm not anywhere I need to be anyways.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, ho, ho. That's a whole checkpoint there.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I was really nervous about doing that. Yeah. I feel like you could almost just run to every objective.
Caution. The enemy is... Caution. Close quarters weapon damage worsening. Close quarters weapon failure. I advise discarding it.
It's not doing any damage.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
You saved me.
Pull yourself together. You're safe now.
Thank you. I'd have been killed too if you hadn't shown up. Hey, you're a cop, right? You haven't seen a little kid anywhere. A little girl? I think that's her. Where is she? I don't think so, but there are these rumors about the abandoned hospital at the top of the hill. About these creeps that people see going in and out of it. They say that they've been taking young girls and little kids there.
Young girls and little kids.
It's just a stupid rumor, but I still avoid getting too close if I can help it. There was this one time I saw kind of a military-looking guy, but I didn't want to get caught up in whatever was going on, so I ran away. You don't think he could have been with the Garmonian army?
Your guess is as good as mine. Still, it could be something. Let's go. It's too dangerous to stay here.
Civilian registered as subject of protection. Commencing guidance to shelter.
Here, let's... I like it just like throws a mist in your face and you're totally healed. Also, the European style of dating. Well, I say European, most of the world does that, except us. Good old US.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, please don't kill me!
She was okay, bait. Where'd that guy's body go? Something to loot it. Guess I won't be doing any looting. It's unfortunate that this metal pipe doesn't do any damage now. It looks... That's the awful thing. It looks fine, but it doesn't hurt anybody. You can knock people down, and that's about it, but you would have to swap to a different weapon to get the kill shot. I have no idea what way she's going to want to run. We are really close to a shelter, though, so...
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Shit, there's two
Please
of them.
don't kill me. Someone help!
She's gonna die.
Enemy trooper
I'm gonna
coordinates
die.
transmitting information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
Fire in the hole!
Ah, I know if the red barrel rule would have worked or not.
Caution. The enemy...
Enemy spotted!
Please don't kill me!
There. She should be alright for a minute. She's just heading right there. Yeah, she's fine.
Now.
Wait, where the fuck are you going?
Please don't kill me!
The civilian is dead.
Just kidding. I wonder if I can reload that save and maybe do a little better. Yikes, what a game. That's loading. The mission description hasn't changed. No, the stream ain't over. The this game doesn't like to show you, like, to stream the cutscenes. Nor does it like to stream the loading screens
Caution.
or
The enemy
cutscenes.
is
So
approaching.
there's a lot of that happens. It sucks.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay, I know if that was...
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
Now.
Well, fancy that. Shit.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Shit. He's over here.
Someone help! Please don't kill me!
This should take care of everything in her immediate vicinity.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
They better not be.
Now.
Yeah, I think it's rotten luck that there's a giant mech
Now.
that's watching that shelter. But she should be okay as long as she moves fast. No. Get in there, whore! She's about to get fucking murked. Alright, she's safe.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
No, they're not. I bet this is a high alert area. Yeah.
Caution.
Cousin.
The enemy is approaching.
Now that thing will fuck me up. Head right towards the drone. You're smart. I wonder if it'll give me a checkpoint where I save it person or not. I'm gonna be a little upset if that's not the case. So I'm at a loading screen right now. The stream's not dead. Yeah, this is not a game where you really get to fight on even ground. You kind of have to, like, exploit. the world. It's not a very good game. It's gonna go ahead and rule that
Caution.
one.
The enemy is approaching.
As a thing now.
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
After I get her in the shelter, I'm gonna save. This game's definitely not kind.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Headshots also don't, like, they do some extra damage, I guess, but
The enemy is
not
approaching.
enough to, like, murder an enemy. Though that kind of, like, changes what the difficulty selection screen said, because it made it seem like headshots would not do anything. Where I think what they mean is headshots will not one-hit kill, but they still do more damage. That would make some more sense. So there's a dude there on high ass alert. That guy. I have to let my aim reset. In order to stay even remotely accurate, because you get wildly inaccurate if you start like rapid firing. The good news is, unless you lose a full-on segment of health, you actually, I guess, you regain that health.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Makes it sound like there's something going on over there. But we're gonna save so that way I don't have to keep killing those guys. The autosave is not in a very good place.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I wonder if it's a drone that's talking about. Because there's not a dude over there at all. Alright, let's go, lady. Should be safe as long as that mech doesn't gun your ass down again. Now, if I sound different than how I usually sound the stream, it's only because I changed the gain on my microphone. I went back and listened to one of my Death Stranding streams from yesterday, and it didn't sound that great. Hold up. Is there a dude here? No. I saw that trash can, thought it was a guy. Okay. Like, I sounded really low, so I turned my gain up, but now you can hear, like, my more natural nasally voice anyways. Oh god. Huh. You better hope it doesn't see you, lady.
Now.
Vamos.
Please don't kill me.
Womp!
Please.
Enjoy that show. Eric, fuck it, murder me too. It's cool. It's faster than loading to the title screen. This is a rough game, guys. It's difficult, but I don't feel that it's intentionally difficult. I just feel that they didn't know how to balance it right. that's okay. We can pretty much pick that up right where we died.
Now.
Sometimes there's a frag grenade there. Alright, chick. Columbine tits. There is a mech. It is coming for that ass. So like it turned like that and I sent her and then he turned back around and he's like, oh, got him. I need you running way faster than you are.
Civilian subject of protection safely evacuated to shelter.
Cool, let's save one more time. I feel like this is the kind of game that you'd be inclined to save scum on. I know save scumming, sometimes people go like, but for a game like this, I fully support save scumming. Every little bit of good progress you make, especially when it involves NPCs and hoping they don't get shot, that's worth saving. Oh hell, Mousetrap, they're right by a shelter. That one shouldn't be too bad, but it will be, because everything in this game is bad. Huh?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
For some reason I thought there was an icon on that and I could get into it. That would have been really cool.
The enemy is approaching.
The enemy ain't looking for me here.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Hey! Enemy spotted. Grenade!
I need to stop bleeding.
We're fucking dead.
My job's
I'll take that death. It's alright, we made a manual save. All we gotta do is get up there again. What an awful game. I don't know, like I'm not disliking the game, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like a very riveting experience. It plays as rough as it looks. Oh God, I thought I'd be able to sneak. Yeah, so your health regens as long as you don't lose a segment. And fire bad, but I thought I could wedge between. Turns out you can't.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
We're gonna tempt fate here. That worked better than trying to be super sneaky. Like, yeah, I'm bleeding, but that'll stop in a minute. So you can bleed through a segment. That's something that's worth knowing. I like to loot and stuff before I save so I don't have to repeat it a whole bunch. Like loot and heal and all that good stuff. Get a crossbow. I think the door's locked anyways. Let's try it again. Yeah, looking a little rough out there. We'll probably save again after we talk to him, but I just want to make sure nothing crazy happens.
They found me!
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The
enemy spotted!
Wow!
This is happening.
Yes and no. They're really powerful, but they're not very good at seeing me. But when they do, I'm pretty fucked.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh shit. I did not have a chance to get ready.
Grenade!
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Enemy spot! Ha!
Come on.
Bleeding.
So a frag grenade took care of most of that, but I still had to fucking fight for the rest of it, which is dumb. The autosave screwed me. Because I would've, like, looked into some traps and stuff.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Not another wave. This is not like a heavy combat game.
You saved me. Are you alright?
Don't worry about me. Just get going. There's a shelter nearby. I'll tell you where.
Subject of protection registered. Lead the way to the shelter.
I wonder where he's gonna go to this. Like, the shelter's literally over there, I think. Like, it's not that building, but... Oh, you don't even have to guess. He'll tell you. So yeah, he's going to cut through this junkyard in front of me. He's gonna cut... I can't really illustrate it. He's gonna cut where my cursor's at, head up into the junkyard, go through that door, head up the alley, and behind
Caution.
that building.
The enemy is approaching.
Which sucks because there's drones.
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting
What?
information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
Yeah, I bet he stopped moving.
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Aiming is so janky. Wasn't expecting an entire second wave to show up. Shit.
Caution.
Oh, there's
the enemy
more.
Is approaching.
Wonder if we're done with the random dudes coming in here for no fucking reason. Yikes. Whoops. Really? That has use. Damn it, I'm a little mad about that. Yeah, that should be a lot of the like surrounding forces. This is such a missed opportunity. I almost bet the universe was trying to keep me from playing this one. Like, that's why I kept getting games or something to come up and I wouldn't be able to start.
Caution. The enemy is...
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Who's there?
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Don't move!
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe! Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Hey, I wonder if this is the opposite of safe.
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe! Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Those guys practically have sniper rifles.
Now.
Fucking go!
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You need to fucking go. He's killing me.
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
Go!
Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe! Oh my god, this is the exact opposite of safe!
See, you can't even hit somebody that far away. Reticle doesn't change at all. You are safe.
Oh exact opposite of safe.
He moves when people are firing. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
Subject of protection evacuated to shelter. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
To be. Let's scavenge just a little bit out here. There are some barrels. Alright, we're starting to get back in the guard territory, so I don't want to proceed too far. I did my rounds of the building. There was surprisingly very little. I would have hidden all sorts of shit around that building. I just picked up a new gun. Ah. I thought that was something special. It's just the reflection off the plastic, which is nice. Alright, another block scene. Hmm. So basically, we're meeting your old commander when she's in the military. He killed Dr. Lavrov.
The enemy soldiers are regrouping. They have you surrounded. Prepare for a counterattack.
Yeah, so you got to walk out of here and I've got to fight my way out. Pretty great.
That's much better.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
There!
Caution. Body armor damage worsening. Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire.
That's the one!
My job's not done.
Yeah, I bet you I could run through all that.
There is a side road behind the building. You can escape that way.
This isn't happening.
It sucks you can't jump out the window in the back. Alright, we're gonna skip this cutscene. If we can. Maybe. It's taking forever to load it.
The enemy soldiers are regrouping. They have you surrounded. Prepare for a counterattack.
Don't move! Grenade!
Caution. Body armor damaged. Caution. Body armor damage worsening. Warning.
What
Body
the
armor
fuck?
failure. Please take care when under fire.
Those things are not that great. I like how impervious they are to explosions, even.
It's much better.
Like, this is not an action game. I don't know why they're making me do action game shit. Swing and a miss.
Fire in the hole! Reloading! Ha! Ha! Ha!
There is a side road behind the building. You can escape that way.
How am I out of ammo?
Oh, that was rough. So basically, she's like, alright, I made it out, where's our troops? And the little robot's like, on the west side of the city, but it's real fucking dangerous. And she's like, hey, I don't care. Just point me in the direction. What a awful way to end that chapter. So this one we're back with playing Mikhail. The Garmonians utterly destroyed Mikhail's unit, leaving him alone, afraid and desperate to escape the horrors of his first live combat. Steeled by the words of his commander, he set out in search of allies. I'm just reading through some of the later tips. Though they've kind of told me a lot of this already. Okay. So we're chilling behind some boards. Alright, so we're back.
Located nearby shelter. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Those things are still around, huh?
They were constructed as refuge for civilians if ever a state of emergency was declared.
But not soldiers, is that it?
Upon finding survivors, I will transmit their coordinates to you. Go to their aid whenever possible.
I'll do what I can.
There's apparently a third character I'll be playing as named Leo, who hasn't shown up yet. Yeah, his map's a lot more closed, and there's a lot more high alert places too. People tend to die going through here.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
It's a lot of dudes. 1, 2, 3,
Caution.
4, 5, 6. So I think I see a 7th and an 8th in the distance. A 9th even.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Enemy spotted!
Caution. Body armor damaged. Caution. Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire. Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Oh my god, an entire firing squad over that way. Woo! Alright. And tank. I think I'm gonna turn the difficulty down. Let's be honest, I would rather just finish this and drop this husk of shit. Oh, you might not be able to change difficulty. Whoa. Let me Google this one.
Located nearby shelter.
They said in the in-game options, yeah, you can do that. We're gonna set this to casual. I don't care. Like, I haven't even looked at the trophies, and it doesn't matter. It's block scenes all the time on this game anyways. Show me that left alive trophy. There we go. So finishing the chapters literally does nothing. Most of these don't care what difficulty you're on. So, like, cool.
Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Those things are still around, huh?
They were constructed as refuge for civilians if ever a state of emergency was declared.
But not soldiers, is that it?
Upon finding survivors, I will transmit their coordinates to you. Go to their aid whenever possible.
I'll do what I can.
Caution, body armor damaged. Caution, body armor damage worsening.
Freaking hurts.
Oh yeah, he knows exactly where I am at all times. I'm just out of his firing range. Fucking inaccurate ass handgun.
Warning, body armor failure. Please take care when under fire. Coordinates to your device.
This is almost unplayable. I'm okay with that. That was ridiculous. So many enemies. Whew. That almost makes me just, like, cut the stream. I can absolutely feel the change in difficulty, but
Located nearby shelter. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Those things are still around, huh?
They were constructed as refuge for civilians if ever a state of emergency was declared.
But not soldiers, is that it?
Upon finding survivors, I will transmit their coordinates to you. Go to their aid whenever possible.
I'll do what I can.
like, to me, this is a stealth game almost more in the vein of the Hitman games. Except nowhere near as good. In fact, it's pretty bad. But it's stealth in the sense that, like, the stealth comes from learning the environment and taking the best route.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Which is sometimes not a direct route.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Don't move!
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
This is kind of ridiculous square.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Like, not only do they have
The
3
enemy is
guards up
approaching.
there, they have 1 in the windows.
Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Oh, and a tank. And a mech suit that's patrolling the street. Cool, I can't climb over this wall. I should be able to. But I can't.
Caution. Body armor damage. Caution. Body armor damage.
Freaking hurts!
Oh, you thought you were safe.
That's better. That's better.
What awful balancing. Look at that shit. What?
I don't want to die yet.
Left alive, third level. I think I'll shelve this one for a while. That's pretty bad. Nope. Just not feeling that one.